Hey folks, it's been a while. I've been asked many times what my build is, so let's just show it. This isn't a surprise to most of you. First of all, I don't really have a cookie cutter sort of build, but there is a theme that you'll notice. So let's just take some time to go through it real quick. So when it comes to weapons, you may notice I have katana hatchets, but truth be told, I will use basically any and all of these at some point. So you'll notice a theme with some of these things. I've got demon horde weapons and a lot of them whenever I can. They're all corrupted. So let's explain what's going on. I'll use, I think hatchets are actually a pretty good one here. So if you take a look at hatchets, and there's a theme I'm pushing with this, and that is simply to be as lazy as possible. And that's actually where the life drain active skill really comes in handy, because then I don't have to use elixirs. That's right, I go for life drain because I don't want to pop elixirs, because I don't want to push a button, so I make it harder on myself. Way to go me. Aside from that though, I am very much interested in basically most of these stats except the damage bonus. I do not care about this damage bonus. The anima bonus on grapple is awesome. However, you don't need this if you have enough anima generation, or if you just use Arch Yokai Talisman, which I don't use because I don't like using Jutsu. I'm lazy and I'm weird. I do like corrupted weapons, as what can happen. I'm not sure if this is translated well. It's okay, whatever. You get extra key damage, and then against a corrupted enemy, if you do extra key damage because they're corrupted, you get some key back. So it's almost like a key steal, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I like to consume as little key as possible. There are better options, and I'll talk about that soon, but I reduce the amount of key I use, and I do more key damage. The grace that this has is entirely irrelevant. I don't care about this at all. I don't pay attention to it. When it comes to my sets, let's take a look at my equipment. You can see I've got Oka Nanushi's Grace. Again, it's just life, I don't care. With Katana, I'm using a corrupted sword, and it's Izanagi's Grace, which is the purity-based grace. Again, no logic to it, I'm just too lazy. Alright, but I generally hunt life drain active skill, some sort of key consumption. I could honestly change the Mystic Dyad sword, I don't need it, I don't care. Anima bonus on grapple is great, just nice quality of life, and then I always hunt for corruption. It's not necessary, but I like to have it. The graces that I did plan out are on my ranged weapons. You can see a deliberate Izanami's Grace rather. Life, don't care for, but this other realm resistance is really spicy. So, here we go. Increase your resistance to the yokai and dark realms, reducing their slowing effect on your key recovery rate. So that's really the theme. I push a lot of key sort of effects so that I can attack as much as possible. That's how corruption works, that's how this set works. When it comes to stats on these, stalwart aiming ranged weapon might be the most important. Just shoot it faster, do more damage when I feel like using it, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I don't pay too much attention to it. And now let's get to the super janky key stuff. Alright, I got a hat helmet. This is like super weird, and I'll explain as I talk about the grace. This one is intentional. Amino Uzume 4-piece grace. As a habit, I generally avoid most damage sources because otherwise I can't combo enemies because they just like die in 2 hits. But this set is very intentional. Faster movement whenever I perform a dodge attack, and faster key recovery when I perform a dodge attack. And I do that very frequently, so I got greater key recovery and faster movement. Now, the reason why I said this is janky is because the faster key recovery buff from Amino Uzume's Grace far eclipses faster key recovery on a winded enemy, so I could trade this out for something else, but you guessed it, I'm too lazy. When it comes to these stats, these are awesome for me. Don't die to damage over time effects, I know where enemies are, I have extra anima, I have extra anima generation, and more key. Great. Pit Viper robes. Yeah, you can get this in Dream of the Samurai. Set bonus for Pit Viper's set and Red Demon set is active skill key consumption and more key. That's it. Okay, that's why I picked those sets. Yes, there are better options, but I'm too lazy to get them. Alright? I'm too lazy, we get it. So, these stats are mostly intentional. I think all of them are. Defense bonus, it's nice. Nice to have more defense. Faster winded recovery, totally recommend this on top of tenacity damage over time. Life recovery over for Amrita absorption, again, facilitates the whole not using elixirs. Paralysis resistance because I hate those stupid Gakis. Increased defense against key depleted enemies, always nice. Or when I'm key depleted, it's always nice to have. Red Demon Gauntlets, this one is actually probably like my super piece. Melee attack key consumption, and then greater curse nullification time. Awesome. Melee key damage, some little bit of toughness. And yeah, that. With my pants, you can see 3 triple stars. The life isn't necessary. We have auto life recovery, key depletion, that's fine. Extended timely guard window is nice. More key damage, key recovery bonus, great. My boots, I'm actually more happy about this than some of the other pieces. Dodge Ray Jump is awesome. It's not necessary if I have more Amino Uzume, but I'm weird. Extended dodge and vulnerability, great. Dash speed is always nice. Run speed, great. Key damage, awesome. Forgetting if I'm missing something in any of this stuff. But, oh yeah, when it comes to my defense values, you may notice that I have remodeled them slightly. So yeah, generally so they can have higher defense values, and then I just made sure it was under 30% weight, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so my accessories are a bit on the crazier side, relatively speaking. You can see my Yasakani Magatama. It's Amino Uzume. Surprise, surprise. I got lucky with Sentience Charge, Anima Charge. That's pretty awesome. And then melee damage versus 0 key enemies, and you've seen me combo enemies to death, and I have some key damage as it is, so I can get 20% extra damage. Life recovery, extra key, and then just I don't need as many set pieces. Great. Yatamir I got super lucky with as well. I'm still hunting for my Demon Horde weapons, so I have this Lucky Drop equipped weapon. More key, greater curse nullification time, and then more corruption. And then that's pretty much it. Then I have Scroll of the Wise. Just more loot. More damage against enemies that are out of key, which is very frequently. And then Finishing Flare just boosts the damage against, just gives me my finishing moves more damage, which is cool. And yeah, I think that's like it, dude. It's just lots and lots of key. Pretty much it. When it comes to my accessories or whatever I have, my shortcut items, elixirs, which I don't really use, the 3 ninjutsu that Ryu Hayabusa uses because it's fun. I used to use Extraction Talisman. Earth Folding I use more these days. Rejuvenation and Extraction are just for healing. Lightning Stop because getting slowed down sucks. So I've decided to bite the bullet and use some jutsu. Yeah, that's the extent of my jutsu. I'll talk about my Soul Course and Guardian Spirits in a minute. Let me show you my stats since people probably don't believe me still. 99 all stats because I'm too lazy to come up with a proper quote-unquote build with ultimates. And yeah, that's it. You can see my stats at this time. These are the stats that I use to complete the depths. For the depths, if you guys don't know, I just use a companion because I stopped caring about it. I prefer to combo enemies, and having to fight an enemy for 10 straight minutes and then die the one stupid hit from some stupid enemy just drives me up the wall. And when you have to fight 3 enemies at the same time, and when you fight like Owl and then Tokshiro, and then you die to some stupid peck from the Owl, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just not even fun for me. But yeah, you can see my stats. Level 750. So on and so forth. I think I have 1,000 focus levels in luck because I'm not known to give a single crap. So yeah, there you go. B toughness, A agility. I'm missing out on all the cool stuff that a lot of other players use. And I suppose I could show you these stats. I have all these skill points I won't use because I don't need the extra attack or whatever they give. Because again, I don't care and I just want to play like it's kind of Ninja Gaiden. Alright, here you can see additional stats if you care. Then special effects, just like a bajillion different things. You can take your time to pause the video to go through this. I'm not going to go through it all. I'll show you my soul cores and stuff like that. But I, in general, just like kind of just mix around with whatever I want. But this is kind of like one staple example that I use. I like Miyazuki quite a bit. I didn't even rank it to 30. Yokai ability Key Pulse is really important for me for my combo-based play. One synergistic idea that you can definitely use is a max rank or just any rank Aberrant Soldier for the Anima bonus Timely Guard, and then synergize it with Rokugezo. Anima bonus Timely Guard, pretty awesome. So yeah, one example. And then I like using Seto Taisho more than Ippon Datara. I used to be a big fan of Ippon, as you guys may have known. And then I started exploring and I had even more fun. So you can just see some stats that I generally go for. This one's rank 30 for this anima charge bonus. So the idea is I have a lot of ki, I have a good amount of anima, so I can just constantly stay in combat. And when you mix that in with all sorts of cancels that I do on the regular, you'll see the gameplay that I can do. There's no like hacking or any speed shit or anything like that. It's all, you can do this on the PlayStation without any trouble. Here's another Guardian Spirit. I'll use any and every Soul Core and every Guardian Spirit. Yes, I've used Kodama. Yes, I've used Scampus. I've used everything at this point. So I have zero hesitation using any of them. I just prefer some over others. Here's another example though. Hyobishin. I like the Guardian Spirit attack. I don't really care too much about these stats. There's stuff you can do with them, but great. But yeah, Yokai ability Ki Pulse is all I care about. Giant Toad for memes, and it's hilarious when I can demonstrate how powerful it is. And then Ancient Nyotengu, I haven't made a guide for this yet. I got pretty lucky with some of the stats, so rank 30 it is, but yeah, it works pretty well. So yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to the setup. So just a brief recap. What is my equipment based around? Me being as lazy as possible. So I have stuff to avoid using inventory items. It's weird. I use Scroll the Wise, some janky key reduction setup. I know there's Shinatsu Hiko's Grace I could use that would like remedy all of this, but then that means I have to farm and I don't want to farm. So yeah, I've got Red Demon, Pit Viper. Literally this stuff is available, Dream of the Samurai. These are pre-order weapons. Of course the rarity is higher, so you can like obtain all of this pretty easily. Just part of the point. You guys have seen my whole legendary 99 all stats. Because again, I don't want to put too much work into this. I just want to have a fun time. I will use just about every weapon that you see here. I have Scrolls of the Damned. Like, I have better options for scrolls, but I just don't feel the need to do it whatsoever. Why did I heart this Ippon? Oh yeah, because the stats are actually pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I'll use any and every weapon. Combo, I have whatever I can. If I got Purity, use Purity-based Demon Horde weapons. But yeah, it's just like a constant flow of all that stuff. So yeah, I think that about covers it. So just a super brief recap. Key consumption, key damage, corruption, it's just all, and anima generation is all for the non-stop action that I know many of you like. So yeah, that's the whole purpose. No hacking, this is all just janky setup stuff, and all of you guys can do this with enough practice. If you have any questions or if I didn't answer anything, just leave them in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.